Hey homeschool friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to today's video where I'm going to be talking about my kindergartners again. I've been making a lot of videos about them, but what we're going to do today is we're going to reflect upon their kindergarten year. We're going to reflect upon all the curriculum that we have used, how it has gone, what we're still using, what we're still loving, maybe what we would have changed if we could have. And so that's the goal of this video. I feel like these videos are very useful. I've said this for my past two videos, which were for my fourth grader and my third grader, where I looked through my curriculum reveal videos from last June, and I just kind of assessed how it actually went, which is, I think, really useful because we've been using this stuff for like 9 months now. And that's the plan for this video, is I will share my opinions with you about the curriculum I used for my kindergartners. So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, all the things. So like I said, we're going to be going back through kindergarten. I'm going to bring up this video. I'm probably just going to pop it up on the big screen here so you can see the things I talked about, the things I was so excited about last June when I was thinking about my kindergartners and how it all worked. So let's just hop in. There's nothing else to say. So the main program I am using for my kindergartners this year is Abeka K5. So Abeka has really kind of settled out to be the phonics program that works really well for my kids. Now, will it work for my twins? I guess I really don't know. I have held on to like All About Reading in case one of my boys needs that, but we're gonna go forward with Abeka K5 because last year for their preschool year, we did Abeka K4 and they really liked it. And it uses the same techniques for teaching phonics, all the special sounds as well as blend ladders and things like that. The main workbook, which is Letters and Sounds K5, and I have two of them because I have twins. And these are great. They're very colorful. Okay guys, so the first thing I chatted through was phonics. So like you saw, we have been using Abeka K5 phonics. I have all the resources, I have the workbooks for my kindergartners, and honestly, I should mention here is I just did a day in the life of my kindergartners. I will link it above because you'll get to see a lot of these resources kind of in action. And it was literally about like a month ago that I filmed that. So you'll get a pretty good feel for some of the stuff. But Abeka Phonics, we are just a big fan of. It has really worked for all of my kids. It has worked for my older two kids to teach them to read. It kind of was the last program we used before they started reading. And I just decided that I'm gonna use it for my twins, and it has worked really well, you guys. It is just a slow and steady program that uses a lot of spiral. It really practices and practices and practices all of these different sounds, and we started doing all the special sounds here kind of in the second part of the year, and it's working really well. You guys, their reading is amazing. Like, not to compare my kids because that's not fair, but these two are definitely reading faster than my older two. Just, I think because we started with Abeka, and it's been just a continuous journey of practicing and slowing down when we need to. Like, we slowed down a bit when we got to the 2-vowel rule. So that was about around lesson 95 is we significantly slowed down so they could practice that, like recognizing there's 2 vowels. And the rule is that the first vowel says its name and the second vowel is silent. Now, of course, as I know more about phonics from different programs, mostly Logic of English, I know it's not that straightforward, but it is nice to get them just going, to really gain momentum and confidence in their kind of early reading journey that has really worked for these two. And I have loved that. Now, one thing about this program is we're not done. We're on probably like lesson 115 out of 170 currently here at the beginning of May. And so I'm probably going to roll it into the summer a bit. Nothing crazy because I think we need a break. I need a break, they need a break. But we'll probably keep some of it going just to keep their skills up. And then my current plan is to finish out K5 into the fall and then pick up grade 1. And we might be able to do the first chunk of grade 1 super fast, or even skip some stuff because of the fact that we're overlapping so close and we won't need the review. But I know Abeka is notoriously kind of ahead, and really even for me and my experience, my twins are further ahead in their reading journey than their older siblings. And so we're just going to take our time with the material we have, and that I think will help not push them too far too fast. So that's my current plan. Abeka K5 phonics has been amazing. Always, it's just so good. Although Abeka does have a writing program for K5, I did not want to use it because I am a big fan of Danielian handwriting, especially in the younger years. And so I picked up 2 copies of the kindergarten Danielian, and this is the manuscript, and this is the new version, but it's still Danielian handwriting. It's just been picked up by a different company, and they added color to it, and there's some online resources if you want more practice sheets and things like that. And so these are great. This is exactly what I want for them, the level of writing, like there's not that much on a page, but they get to practice. All right, and then it seems like I segued into handwriting. Now, as I've mentioned in the last couple videos and all the time on this channel, we really love the Danielian program, and that's the same for these kindergarten books. They were great. We actually finished early, and so I've been doing a lot of kind of practice on their name as well as writing their numbers, which they're both kind of struggling with, and so we're just gonna pick up in grade 1 next year, and Danielian really works for us. So then it comes to the next big skill subject, and that's math, right? So you have language arts and math. Math. Okay, so math was something that I went back and forth on because my other kids have been using Saxon math, and it's been working really well for my family. And I have Saxon. When I have the teacher's guide, I didn't pick up the student sheets yet. That's kind of my backup plan if this doesn't work. But what I decided to do, because Saxon 1 and all really those early Saxon levels are pretty teacher intensive, and now I have 4 fairly young kids in my homeschool, I couldn't do a bunch of teacher intensive things. So what we're doing is I picked up the resources for the numbers and skills arithmetic K5. So this is the Abeka math. And what I do love is it is scheduled out in this teacher's guide. All right, you guys, so math. So Abeka, K5 arithmetic, or I think they called it number skills. Yeah, we used that just for simplicity. I was a little unsure going into the year because they did well with the like K4 math, and I just wasn't sure if I wanted to switch them to Saxon. And so we just kept on with Abeka, and it was a good choice. The Abeka K5 has been, again, same concept. It's slow and steady, lots of review, lots of spiral, just lots of practice and interaction with the material. And so they're doing well. They're doing some little flashcards, they're counting, they're recognizing numbers, they're recognizing shapes, all the things that comes in a kindergarten year. They're doing amazing. But let me sneak in a quick clip from when I was chatting about the math manipulatives. I did have to pick up a few things in order to be able to do the program. And that was some of these like number flashcards as well as some basic K5 concept cards. There were some flashcards, but like I have some left over from Saxon, so I think I'm just going to try to utilize what I have instead of picking up the Abeka specific flashcards. So you could see that I was very optimistic, that I was like, I'll just use what I have in terms of flashcards. And yes, it kind of worked, but you guys, it was a big pain in the booty. It was so much easier to have just had the Abeka flashcards, and I ended up getting them for my latest order for this upcoming year, which I had lots of those videos this past couple months, and so I can link those, but I wish I would have just gotten the flashcards. I think it would have just made my life a lot easier instead of kind of filtering through ones we had and making sure that I had what I needed. It was just a pain, and I know that is totally doable. Even people make their own flashcards. For me, it's just a time thing. I don't have much time, and so I should have just got the resource. That's how I feel about all the resources. I have everything I need. But anyway, I thought that little optimistic aspect of my June video was kind of funny. So I do have one more thing I did pick up that I think will be good for them. This could be done a little bit more independently, but these are called Think and Learn K5. So these are just kind of developmental, critical thinking sort of sheets. Like it says hand-eye coordination, visual perception, listening and thinking skills. So think and learn. So this was something I put in last year that I was like, of course we can do this. This looks super simple. You guys, we never did it. Actually, okay, that's not fair. We did for like the first like maybe 3 or 4 months, but honestly, it didn't seem like it was needed. Honestly, that's how it felt. It felt like we would do it and they're like, well, of course this rhymes with this, or of course the basketball is similar to the soccer ball, or whatever, these kinds of developmental worksheets. That's kind of how they felt. It's like they were developmental, like fold this or match these things, and my twins just were like, no, this is super easy, or they would just do it and it'd be busy work. So this actually was definitely something I thought was busy work, as opposed to the rest of the worksheets. I think there's too much on Abeka worksheets, and I do cross stuff off, and I talk about that quite a bit when I talk about my twins, but I don't think it was busy work. I think that is good practice and practice and practice. This, busy work. So if I were to do kindergarten again, which I'm not, these are my last kiddos, I wouldn't pick that up. That, to me, wasn't a resource that was worth it. So that's what I'm planning for at home. Now, I did mention the fact that they're going to be going to an enrichment school, which I love. You guys, we have just this amazing resource in our city that is publicly funded. It's an enrichment school for homeschoolers. And then, yeah, the last thing you saw is we talked about our enrichment school, which is, again, such a blessing. And they got the same kindergarten teacher that my big kids have had, and we love this school. And they have had so much fun, and they look forward to their enrichment school day every week. It's a huge hit, and I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. And so, yeah, that's really my kindergartners, especially maybe like their skills subjects, their individual subjects. The other subjects, we do some history, some science, some read alouds, and entirely, we use the Sonlight program. We used HBLK as well as Science K this year, and I will be doing a detailed review here shortly on this channel, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, let me know what you think about kind of my reflections. Have you used these programs? Are you interested in these programs? I hope this was helpful. And let me know all your thoughts down below. I love hearing from you guys. But say if you don't have anything you want to say and you want me to know you were here. I've started doing these on my other videos on my book channel. It's just to leave me an emoji, just to let me know you were here. And let's make the emoji for this video. Let's do a little red apple, because that just makes me think of kindergarten. So I hope you all are doing well, and that's what I have. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you guys in the next homeschool video. All right, take care. Bye.